Every year, approximately 250,000 cases of breast cancer are diagnosed. Joining us this morning to share her story and why she wrote a book and companion guide called The Silver Lining is Hollye Jacobs. Good morning, Hollye.
Good morning, Carly. How are you today?
I'm good. Happy to have you on the show this morning. I want to hear about your story, so let's start there first. You know, we're talking about The Silver Lining and this fantastic companion guide, but tell us a little bit about your background and your story and how you got to where you are today.
So I was a 39-year-old, happy, healthy, vegan eating, marathon running young mother when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had absolutely no family history of the disease. And I am also a nurse and a social worker. And so I found myself in this unique position of moving from the side of the bed as a healthcare professional into the bed as a patient. And it was really unique because I'd been trained to heal, but when I became a patient, that healing became very, very personal. So shortly after my diagnosis, I looked for a book that could serve as a lifeline, guide, source of information and hope that was realistic and honest, but also incredibly supportive. And I couldn't find that book, and so I wrote it. And it is called The Silver Lining, a supportive and insightful guide to breast cancer. I wrote it with my very dear friend and photographer, Elizabeth Messina.
Well, and why do you think it's so important to have? What is it that you need to have in this companion guide? What was it that you were searching for, that you needed, that you were able to put down in writing for others so it's helpful when they're dealing with it?
I think one of the things that I did was I'm able to declutter so much of the medical information that's out there and bring it into a place where it's accessible, relatable, it's realistic and honest. It doesn't put a fancy spin on things, but it's also hopeful and supportive. And it serves as truly a girlfriend, a companion going through the process. And when I was writing the original book, something that was kind of gnawing at me was this need to get this information into the hands of not only those who could afford a book, but everyone who's impacted by the disease. And so I was able to joyfully partner with Allstate Insurance, which doesn't even do health insurance, by the way. They are so committed to the empowerment and health and well-being of women that they just saw this opportunity to fill a need to meet people in the most difficult of circumstances when people are going through the breast cancer experience. And so I created a condensed version of the original book that contains all of the really practical tips and lifelines to help people get through it. And so Allstate is generously giving the book away to every single person who's diagnosed with breast cancer this year in both English as well as in Spanish.
Wow, that's awesome to hear that they're backing this. And I have to ask you, how are you doing today, Hollye? How are you feeling today?
Oh, thanks for first of all, it is awesome, completely awesome, and I'm doing great today, feeling terrific. You know, there's a lot of residual that comes from cancer treatment, so I still have issues of fatigue and brain fog, and I sure wish I would have known that while I was going through treatment. But it does stick with you for a long period of time. But every day I get stronger and healthier, which is the ultimate silver lining.
Yeah. Well, as we close here, what is your silver lining that people should know? I know you're talking to not only people battling breast cancer, but those loved ones who are also affected by it as well as the caretakers.
Absolutely.
So what's the take home as we close?
The ultimate take home is that silver linings are available to anybody who wants to look for them. They provide the balance, hope, and perspective to get through even the most difficult of circumstances. They don't take away things like nausea and vomiting, but they do help get sometimes just from moment to moment. And I think truly the ultimate silver lining is that Allstate is willing to give this guide away for free in English and in Spanish. More information can be found at allstate.com/silver lining, where the guides are available for download for free as well as at Allstate agencies around the country.
All right. Well, Holly, God bless you, and we wish you all the best as your journey continues. And thank you so much for helping so many others out there this morning. We appreciate it, Holly.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Have a terrific day.
You too, Holly. We, of course, will put all that info on our website, fox4morningblend.com.
Are you facing a crisis? Up next, when life hurts, meet the advocates who are here to help.